Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Amaleta Boskosana. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by, and if you are a returning Sabi, the notification gang, thank you so much. I see you, and thank you so much for the support. I am shooting this video for the second time. I shot the whole video, when was it, last month, and then I put it up but then deleted it because I was not ready, and I believe that you should take time, to man, that you must put content out there when you are comfortable. And by that time I was not good, and emotionally I was not doing well, so the video was just all over the place. I hope this one won't be like the previous one, because the previous one was very emotional, and this time around I didn't want to be emotional. I said, you know what, this video is going to help someone, so I have to put myself together, because I think that by the time that I was going through this, I needed videos like this that will tell me that, girl, you're not alone. In 2015, I got admitted at University of Johannesburg for the course that I always wanted to do since I was in high school. And my teacher by then, who was teaching me in high school, actually persuaded me to do this course, and he told me how good I am. He saw the potential in me, and he told me that, Maletabo, you have to do this, girl. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And then, but my journey to varsity was quite long. I think that one, I should do it as a separate video and not mix it with everything, because if I mix everything here, it will be so long. Right now, I just want to focus on me dropping out of varsity. 2015, I get to varsity. Varsity is a whole experience. I always say this to people, that I wish that everyone can get a chance to go to university, because that's an experience and a half. It's an experience that no one can explain it to you. In order for you to find out, you have to experience it, and it's such an amazing experience. And I feel sorry for all the people who are admitted now in COVID, because imagine being a first year in COVID times. I feel so sorry for the first years, man, because your first year, it's lit, it's nice, and I went to Raise. So in Raise, they give you this opportunity to just tell you about everything, show you different churches, show you different things. You get to have a mentor, you make friends, amazing friends. I still have my UJ friends. I made amazing friends there. Thank you guys. I know you support me and you watch my videos. I love you guys. Awochombam, abanganibam. So yeah, man, that's an experience and a half. And I get there, vibrant young girl. I was 21 by then, and because I took long to get to varsity, and not because of me failing or whatnot. No, I was a bright kid. I was, prefect vibes at school. Man, those respected ones. That was me. Yeah, it was quite good. It was nice. I enjoyed my high school. And then I got to varsity in 2015. When I got to varsity in 2015, everything went well. Everything went well. It went quite well. And you know what? God is so good. God is so good, because me getting to university, actually, I'm just going to touch on the story a bit, because I didn't want to touch on it, but I have to thank God, because God has been with me through it all. In high school, I did math literacy until matric. And then when I applied at UJ, they said that they can't take me for the course that I want, because I didn't do pure math. I did mathematical literacy. So I decided that, I know I passed well, but I'm going to go back to university. I'm going to go back to grade 12. So I went back, being the girl that I am, the brave girl that I am. I said, I'm not going to upgrade. I'm not going to upgrade. I don't want those vibes that are, because people upgrade when they want their marks to improve. And my teacher was like, many people who upgrade, they never go well. They always come back disappointed. So come back. I'll speak for you. I know they don't take grade 12s, but then I'll speak for you because you've been amazing and I believe in you. Guys, if you know Mr. Mazoze, I love you. I love you. If you're watching this and you know Mr. Mazoze, just tell him that Maletabo loves you and thank you so much. Say thank you so much. So yeah, then I went back to grade 12 to do pure math. I did it and I passed it well. More than those people who started with it from grade 10. Girl, I'm proud of you and so yeah, then whether I was supposed to go to varsity finances, then I had to work, take a gap year, and then I worked because being the hustler that I am, I'm a person that I always want to be busy. I want to keep busy. If I don't become busy, my mind, it goes crazy. So I always have to be busy. I applied I went to my nearest town to submit my CVs, and then at Super Spa they called me. I worked there in 2013. And no, I worked in 2013. I went back to Matric. In 2014, I worked at Super Spa. 2015, go to EJ. Such an amazing experience and meet wonderful people. And I killed the course. First year, I killed the course. Come 2016, I don't know who bewitched me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. When Mr. Ntate Munara from Limpopo, when he said, Mo ki bona buloi. Kere kamko dilo tsaka ka tsamaeng ka ona. I know Mo ki bona buloi. That was me because nothing was making sense. I failed even the simplest module that I knew that, what, I killed this. Accounting was showing me fire. I didn't know what was happening. And then come 2017, I get financially excluded because they were like, girl, we're not going to fund you anymore with these type of marks. So my sponsor dropped me. I went back home disappointed. In 2018, the beginning of 2018, when I was supposed to register, they told me that no, we are not funding you anymore. And then, guys, the way I was I'm a person of faith. I'm a woman of faith. Me, I thrive when it comes to faith. Faith is my thing. So when January 2018 came, I went to school. I went to UJ. I knocked on doors. I'm a knocker. Even that video that I shot at the beginning of the year, I think you guys saw it. I was crying. That video, each and every time when I watch that video, I cringe. I went there, 2018, I went there, knocked on doors, and each and every door, no one could help me. And I called family members, those family members that that these ones, they can at least give me just the registration money, and then just registration money, because if someone gives you registration money, you'll see when as time goes on, you just sort yourself out. But as long as you have registration money, you know that, okay, I'm good to go. No one gives me. And then reality hit. When you have so much faith, and now the reality hit that, wow, so this is happening. I remember when the registrations closed, my heart sank. And then they sent me an SMS. They're like, Maletabo, we see that you haven't registered for the 2018 academic year. We are giving you 5 more dates for you to register. I was like, God, this is a sign. God, this is a sign. Me and you. I know. Me and you, God. I believe in God more than I believe in anything. I believe in God more than I believe in anything. God. I believe. Then I was like, God, this is a sign. I'm going to register. These 5 days, God, you are giving me, I know. These 5 days, I'm going to register. The 5 days, didn't they just pass without me registering? I'll never forget that time. And that time, my birthday is on the 4th of March. February, I can't register. My birthday came up. That day, I didn't enjoy my birthday. I was just reading messages, happy birthday, whatnot. And when you're going through things, I don't know why. I'm not blaming the I'm not playing the blame card or what. Don't get me wrong, please, guys. But when you are going through the darkest of the darkest, you will find yourself not having anyone by your side. The only person that you'll have is just your mother and just few people. And now, corner those few people, it's not like they're just there, I don't know if you get me, but when you are going through the most, friends disappear. That's another thing that we always don't want to touch on. And in actual fact, it's the truth of the truth. You go from having 10 friends to just having one. And that was my story. Everyone disappeared on me. My childhood friends, all of them, they disappeared on me. The only friend that I have is a friend that I met in university, and she was the only one who always checked up on me, like, are you okay? You're going to be okay, don't worry. She didn't delete my numbers. The rest of the people, they deleted my numbers. I remember this other one. She's not a close friend, but we went to the same high school. And then when I was going through things, I wanted accommodation so that I can go to interviews. Then I said, can you please just let me crash at your place just for one day? Bruh, she read that and deleted my numbers. You know when you see someone's profile picture disappearing in front of your eyes? It just disappeared. Like, the profile picture just disappeared. Her profile picture just disappeared in front of my eyes. And that's when I saw that, yeah, tough times, yeah. So if you're going through that, just know that you're not the only one. My friends disappeared on me also, especially if you're a dropout. You have that thing, because if you go to varsity, you make friends that will be successful no matter what. That one, you must know that you will make people, unless if you are an introvert and a person who doesn't like making friends. So with me, it's an opposite. I always attract people, and then so I always make friends. I had friends that have progressed and graduated, and now they're at work in different companies. Some of them, they are still busy doing their post-grads and everything. So you expect those ones to be your pillars, like, girl, you got this, you can do this, and all of them, they disappeared. So if you are going through that, don't worry, don't beat yourself up, don't go into this depression mode and now think you are useless and everything, and shut your heart from making friends in the future. No, don't do that. Don't let the hurt get deep inside you. Who doesn't sit? I can't sit at home doing nothing. I applied for different jobs, so I was called at the call center. That's when I was looking for places to crash so that I can just go to interviews, because I was getting calls from Joburg companies. So when I realized that, yo girl, it's going to be tough for you this year because you just dropped out, I started applying. Then fortunately enough, I was called by this call center. I went to work at a call center. The loneliest journey ever. Weekends, I was alone. No one to call, no one to say, girl, can we, when your friend is going through the most, just call Yan and say, girl, let's go out for coffee, or let's just go to McDonald's. Let's just go, my friend, my budget right now is low, but let me take you out to KFC. At least, I didn't even get those. And the worst part is that on my weekends, I was just alone by myself. Even the friends that I made at work, I didn't want to get attached, because now I was experiencing friendship hurt. Friendship hurt, it cuts deep. It's deeper than a breakup. Yes, I said it. Friendship hurt. Friendship hurt is deeper than a breakup. It's deep because you're invested in this and you have a sister, So I was just reserved and I wasn't myself in that company. So I made one friend, but then we didn't stay in the same extension. She stayed in extension 5 or something, and I stayed in extension 6, and I stayed in Cosmos City, an experience and a half, all by myself. The longest journey ever. Woo! But it was worth it. But I learned a lot and I really appreciated. Then I worked, 2018 I worked. Then that call center was drowning me. It was slowly putting me in depression because call center. If you work at a call center, bruh, I salute you. I salute you. Yo. Especially if you are, I think right now I can manage working at a call center. But back then, I don't think that I would. Back then, I couldn't. Back then, I couldn't manage. But right now, I think I could manage. I think if you are depressed, that work will just put you straight into the most deepest. It will make your depression pro max. Your depression will just shoot high to the highest level ever. And then I resigned because my mental health was not good. I was like, no, now this is becoming dangerous, let me go. Then I had to relocate and I came back home. And then I visited my cousin at her house, and then they stay with a person there. They regard, if she's not a family member, but then they regard her as a family member. So she was like, Maletabu, you know what, there's a space at work, you can go there and just drop your CV, and then I think let's just pray that they call you. By the grace of God, they called me. That one, it was nice because it was a cashier job. I went to work at Westpac Hala. I loved that store because it has nice things. Every time when I got bored in that store, I would look at the things I would want for my house or things that I would want to buy in the future because it has pretty nice things. And then, I would envision my highest self coming to buy there. So it was nice. I was a cashier, no stress of closing sales or a team leader shouting at your neck or getting warnings or what. No, it was just me working as a cashier, going home, sharp, coming back. And then 2019 came, and then now when 2019 came, registrations are coming. Hey, the stress starts at work in January. I would just cry. I would just, and I would just have tears in my eyes, but no one could see. I was asking myself, I was like, God, I was asking God so many questions. I was like, God, so am I going to spend another year? God, why? Why is this happening again? God, what's happening? Okay, fine. I managed to put together 10,000 rands from that cashier job, and wow, yeah. Now thinking about it, girl, you saved up well. I saved up 10,000 rands, which is understandable because I was staying at my aunt's place and I was not paying rent, and I was not paying rent. I was not buying food. So saving was something that I always told myself that, what, I'm just going to stay, because at that job I stayed I got there mid-November, and then December, January. So in 3 months, I was able to save up 10,000 rands. So February, I was like, what, I'm resigning because I don't want to be comfortable here, because if I become comfortable, it will be dangerous for my mind and where I want to be, So let me challenge myself and resign, and then see what I can do. Go go to UJ and knock on doors. I went to UJ, and then this other lady was like, you know what, because now you have money for registrations, I think we can help you for registration. I think we can help you. And God, she was heavenly sent. She helped me and I was able to register. But then I found out that no, I can't go to school. So I had to stay at home for more 6 months. It was such a tough journey. 6 months. I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay home and study. My mom refused for me to go to work because she was like, you've been out of the game for too long. So just refresh your mind and study. That's what I did for that 6 months. I studied. And then that's when I went to the back room because I didn't have funding. That's where this channel began. So this channel began as a result of me dropping out of UJ. If I didn't drop out of UJ, this channel was not going to exist because I was not thinking of creating a channel. I was not thinking of anything like that. And yeah, so I dropped out of varsity for 1.5. I usually say 2 years, but when I think about it, it's 1 year and 6 months. 1 year and 6 months, yes. When I think about it, yes. So I dropped out of varsity for 1 year and 6 months. It was the toughest period ever. That 1 year and 6 months, it was extremely tough. But because of making God my anchor and having God as my everything, something just kept on encouraging me, because during that process I was strong. I remember this other friend coming back in 2019, because in 2019, after creating this channel, then people saw that, oh, now she's back in Joburg, because there's something that happens when you come back home. Your Joburg friends, they keep quiet, but once you go back to Joburg, not all of them, because not all of them, let me not lie, some they keep quiet, but when the moment they see that you are back in Joburg, they get in touch. I remember when she said that, bruh, you are the strongest person ever. You are, because in that period you would swear that Malethabo is good. My first video, the first video that I made for this channel, I was going through the most. I was stuck. I didn't understand what was happening. New location, new place, go back to UJ. Now I'm miles away from my campus. Is it miles away? 1 hour away from my main campus. I have to take a bus each and every day. I'm next to Soweto campus. The nicest part is that I was next to Soweto campus. So that made it easy for me to go and study at the library and also catch a bus to Auckland Park. It was extremely tough, and I'm in this location and I'm all by myself. I'm lonely. I am just by myself. But God came through because I started this channel and I just found something to make me happy. If you know someone who's going through this, please be kind. Please be kind. Please be kind. Help them as much as you can, and don't wait for them to ask you, because when you are going through that stage, you are scared to ask because you don't want to be a burden. So you just need someone to say, Malethabo, so how can I help you? I just needed that, not from strangers, but from people who know me, that Malethabo, how can I help you? So if you know a person going through that, please be kind and stop asking questions like, oh, are you still at home? But then you can see it's the 1st of March and university is opened by the 15th of February and the person is still around. Stop asking questions like, are you still at home? You're still here? That question always, it was just a trigger. Each and every time when a person will be like, are you still here? Bruh. So that question, Jay, please try by all means not to ask questions. And yeah, man, even Same as now in COVID times, people lost their jobs and people came back home. Stop asking questions like "Usala hona mo gae?" But the person didn't communicate anything to you. So then don't ask questions like "Usala hona mo gae?" Understand that? So "Usala hona mo gae" means that I still here at home. So people like doing that a lot, especially in Limpopo. They will ask you "Usala hona mo gae?" Na ke re Joburg. Understand? So please try all by means not to ask those questions and be kind. And if you are going through that right now, if you have just dropped out, never give up. Never give up. If I can tell you my journey, I can spend hours and hours and hours. I didn't think that I'll be here today, but because God is good, God did it for me. Whereby people had written me off, that one, that one, that one. God came through and God will still come through. Never stop believing in God and never stop trusting in God. If you've been doing the same course for the past 7 years or for 7 years like me and dropping out in between, it's fine. You will get through this and God will be with you and God will open opportunities that are meant for you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. God will open opportunities for you and you alone. In this channel, we are about stubborn faith. On this channel, we are about stubborn faith. You saw me when I was crying. I was at UJ and I was about to, I was just, bruh. I was a mess and God came through for me on that day. And it's so sad that I didn't do a follow-up video for that video, And one day I'll do a reaction video of that video and then describe my day on that day. Everything that happened. Because that day God showed me who God is. I saw a huge miracle and God was like, my child, I'm going to do it for you. And he did it for me and he won't stop doing it and he won't stop doing it for you and he will do it for you. Thank you so much guys for loving the channel. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this going through depression, going through anxiety, going through sadness, God is there. God is there. Never give up. Believe. If you can't pray, just talk to God. Just journal. I used to have this notebook at Soweto, in Soweto. When I was in Soweto, I was at Soweto because I went back to school, but everything was not making sense. I was like, God, I was making for this, but nothing is making sense. So I started to journal my feelings and it helped me a lot. And do that and you will see. But always remember that depression is not a solution. These things, they come, but don't stay there forever. If you are facing depression right now, it's good. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel. Feel, cry. But don't allow yourself to overstay there. Don't allow yourself to stay there forever. Thank you so much, guys. I love you and Jesus loves you. God bless you so much. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next upload and I'll be pumping uploads from now on. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Mwah. I know that I was not fluent, eloquent and whatnot, but I hope this message reaches, people and people who need it. And thank you guys. Mwah.